Hey everyone, welcome back to another mindful communication practice. So, if you have ever said something in frustration that you later regretted, this video is really for you because today we're talking about how to speak kindly even when we're frustrated, right? Because frustration isn't the problem, although most of us think that it is, right? We think frustration's the problem. We think when we're angry, it's the problem. When we think we're sad, it's the problem. We think when there's doubt, there's the problem, right? But those really aren't the problem. It's how we communicate from those places that causes the disconnection. So, what we're interested in figuring out is can we communicate not from that place of frustration, not from that place of anger or sadness, but can we communicate from a place of calm and clarity while still feeling those emotions, right? So when we're frustrated, we tend to move really quickly, really fast, right? We're frustrated, our nervous system really speeds up, our breath shortens, our words come out sharper than we mean them. We are really coming from an automatic place. We are in defense mode, our armor is up, and everything just kind of falls out of our mouths without any thought, right? And it happens really quickly, so much so that when I work with people, they're very confused because it's almost like there's no thought. It just automatic, right? So the mind in this moment, it's trying to fix something. It's trying to be right. It's trying to feel seen. It's trying to control the situation. And a lot of times in these moments, that's what we're trying to do. We're really trying to control what's happening within us through our language towards the other person. So this is just what we naturally do. We all do it. It's normal for us to react in these ways because we are human and we are wired to react, right? But mindful communication really teaches us that before we speak, we can pause and we can tend to what's happening inside first. So we can tend to that frustration, that anger, those sensations of maybe doubt or discomfort first before we express ourselves. So we don't get caught up in the emotion, but we can really learn to move the emotion to the side, access ourselves in the moment, and then express ourselves. So that small pause really changes everything. And it really gives us this space to move from that reactivity, that automatic, to response, which is more thoughtful and informed. So here's a simple practice that you can start using today. It's called Notice, Name, Nourish. So first, you're going to notice what's happening in your body. You're going to feel that sensation. You're going to pay attention to maybe the heat in the chest, the tightness in the chest, the tightness in the jaw, heat in the ears sometimes. Sometimes it can actually even feel like you're being kind of punched in the gut, right? Everyone will have different sensations that appear, racing thoughts, racing heartbeat, sweating. So just start noticing. That's the first step, noticing what's happening in your body. Then you're going to name what is true. You're going to name what's happening for you, meaning you're going to name your feeling. So you notice, okay, for me personally, it's like this heat that rises through the body and then it goes up towards my cheeks. So I'm in a difficult interaction. I notice that sensation happening in my body, that heat rising in my body, and then I name what I'm feeling. I like to talk about this as handling it and basically declaring it in the moment. So I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling unheard. I'm feeling misunderstood. I'm feeling confused. I'm feeling stupid. I'm feeling invisible, right? And we're saying this to ourselves. So first, we notice the sensation, then we name the feeling. Okay. And if you don't know what you're feeling in the moment, that is, I mean, that is really okay because in our society, feeling is not something that we learn a lot about, right? We really learn to push feeling away. And so a lot of us are pretty numb to what we feel. We don't actually know what a good sensation is, a bad sensation is, or a neutral sensation. I shouldn't say bad sensation, but more like unpleasant sensation. So, and I'll talk to this in another video, but for right now, if you're not able to know what it is that you're feeling, just know that you're feeling uncomfortable, right? That you're feeling off in some way. So you can notice the sensation, notice what's happening in your body, then you're going to name it. I'm feeling really uncomfortable right now. I'm feeling out of sorts right now. I'm not feeling centered or grounded right now. Or, I'm feeling guilty. I'm feeling disrespected. You're going to name it, right? Then, after you name it, you're going to nourish yourself with maybe a specific practice. Okay. A lot of times we can say, take a breath, although that's really challenging to do because we're never really taught how to do it. Um, so, one thing I like to do is maybe a breath pattern. So, you name it and then you inhale for 5, hold for 5, and then exhale for 5. Just do it one more time. Inhale for 5, hold for 5, and exhale for 5. And hopefully, after doing that, you can notice just a quietness in the body, more relaxed posture in the body, a more feeling of calm. Okay. So when we do this, when we notice, we name, and then we nourish, we're not suppressing what we're feeling in any way. We're not ignoring it. We're not pushing it away. And we're not actually giving into it, right? We are really noticing it. We're acknowledging it. And we're kind of saying, oh, hi, I see you. And I see you, but I'm not going to give over to you. So I'm just going to notice you, acknowledge you. And by acknowledging you and turning my attention towards you, I change the reaction. Okay. So you're basically in this pause, you're creating enough calm to speak in a way that's clear and kind. You create this calm and then you're able to show up in a way that you respect, in a way that keeps the integrity of the conversation intact. So this 5-second reset really changes the tone of entire conversations. This can be at work, this can be with your partner, with family, with friends, with your kids. Okay. So, for example, if someone interrupts you, instead of saying, you never let me finish, you know, or getting really frustrated and annoyed and rolling your eyes or walking away or shutting down, see if you can notice, right, what's happening in your body during that moment when the person is interrupting you. Notice the tightness in the chest. Notice the tightness in the jaw. Notice the heat rising in the body, right? Name it. I'm feeling angry that this person just cut me off. I feel really disrespected right now. Take your 5 breaths, right? Your 5-part breath. You're going to inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5. And then you'll be able to look at this person with friendly eyes and you'll be able to say, oh, I'd really like to finish what I was saying. Can I get back to that? Very different. Same message, different energy completely, right? And the energy you bring is really what determines whether connection grows or it shuts down. So this week, when frustration arises, right, just practice, notice, name, nourish. Write it on a sticky note somewhere. Keep it on your desk and just see what happens when you give yourself that moment, right, like that little pause before responding. If you want more guided communication practices like this, check out my Mindful Communication Insider newsletter. It's really where I share full practices, self-talk scripts, mini guides each month. There's even a private podcast in there. And you can also find my books, How to Communicate Like a Buddhist, Talk to Yourself Like a Buddhist, and How to Meditate Like a Buddhist, and the Pause Principle, How to Keep Your Cool in Tough Situations for more in-depth support. I will link everything below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for another mindful communication practice.